and he still holds the lead, but here comes Clutton along the Wheatcroft straight. They're both hugging the inside line now. Clutton goes for the dive around the outside. Is he going to be able to pull this one off? No, he can't quite do it. Not enough grip on the burn up round the outside, and will maybe go for the cutback as they come down through Hollywood and into the Craner curves. This will be a pass if we can see it if in GT racing. There's around about a car's length between them at the moment. No, we're not going to see a pass here. Well, Marcus Clutton knows that he's got to bring the car home with only one car technically in the regular championship order. Of course, in GT3 knows that if he makes a rash move, it will wipe out a point. Every single race counts. There are no drop scores in this slightly truncated championship this year. And Clutton knows he's on for maximum points at the moment anyway, but I know John Seal will be willing him on to try and take the win. So that's the Mercedes still there. A little bit of traffic coming up. Got the orange Jackson, Josh Jackson at the wheel of the Ginetta is coming up as well. Jackson running second in class at the moment, down past Tom Ingram. Great driving from Tom Ingram, knows what he's doing here. And the Simon Orange car passed as well. Josh Jackson is passed now, and here is the move that is going to grab the lead. The Hurricane going on the outside line, doesn't quite work, goes deep. He might be able to get some momentum as they come out of Goddard's and Marcus Clutton. And we've seen this before. We saw several of the cars having some great dices in the first race, and this is another one here. Previously it was the Alex Toth-Jones car dicing it out with Ron Johnson in race number 1. That was probably one of the highlights of race 1 for me. But this, without doubt, is a superb battle, and Marcus Clutton looking everywhere without being overly aggressive and without doing anything silly at the moment to try and get past the Mercedes. He wants the win, and the clock is ticking down. Now, if you'd have told me with 10 minutes to go that they would still be Mercedes ahead of Lamborghini, I probably wouldn't have believed you, but he's hung on and done a superb job. They're through and past the 72 Aston Martin of Chris Murphy. I have to keep my eyes away from the timing clock here because we might miss the pass for the lead, which happens at Coppice. There was a gap there. Sam Neary leaves a gap, but he's got the inside line as they come now down in towards Fogartis. He's going to reclaim the lead on the brakes, and he does. Superb. I challenge you to find better GT racing than this. This is a superb battle for the lead, and Sam Neary is not giving up. But here comes Clutton again, outside line, deep into the Melbourne hairpin. And of course the driver of the Mercedes is going to be looking ahead. Clutton's going to have a look on the outside line as they come through into Goddard's. Is he going to be able to get the job done? He's going to do it cleanly, goes deep again. And the number 8 Mercedes of Sam Neary survives again. 3 minutes 29 on the clock. They're coming up now on the GTA leader. James Kellett took over from Alex Stevenson, and he's got it. Here comes Clutton again. High, wide and handsome, to quote Brian Jones in his days as commentator at Brands Hatch. But here it's not Paddock Hill Bend, it's Redgate at Donington Circuit. This is a super race between these two. Marcus Clutton piling the pressure on everywhere he can. They're having to deal with the GTA cars, the GTB cars, and whole lots of traffic, as well as battling with each other. And you won't see a better motor race anywhere else. This is real accomplished stuff from these two so far. So it's the Mercedes still there. Sam Neary, Marcus Clutton is next up. Looks all over the back. Are we going to see a gap again? I think Neary here, when he gets to the second apex, just runs a little bit wide. Marcus Clutton not quite close enough to make enough of that. Comes out of the slipstream, goes to the outside line. If we were running the national circuit, that would be the inside line into Roberts, but it isn't. It's the outside line as they go into the Fogarty S's, where we go off to the left and then onto the Melbourne Loop. Super stuff from the two green machines here. Here comes the Lambo again, right the way around the outside, deep into the hairpin, still can't do it. And it's the ABBA Commercials car that's still there. Clutton is wringing the neck of the Lamborghini round the outside line, and may well have got the job done now. He's got his nose in front, but he's wide again as they go into Goddard's, and Sam Neary is through. But here comes Clutton, looking up the inside line again. This is absolutely magnificent racing between the pair. 1 minute 57 on the clock. Clutton again to the outside line as they come down the Wheatcross straight and into Redgate. Is he going to get the cut back as they go down into Hollywood? Neary running a little bit wide. This could be the change for the lead. And Marcus Clutton sees the gap. He's got the momentum and grabs the lead with 1 minute 38 on the clock. But look at Sam Neary still fighting it out on the outside line. And that surely is game over for Neary. He's having another run. He's got the inside line as they come up to Schwantz. But it might be momentum on the outside for Clutton as they head into McLean's. And I think Clutton has finally managed to pull that off. But Neary is still in the mix as well. Here they come out of McLean's. And surely that will be it now for Marcus Clutton, who's got into the lead. But what a dogged defence from the number 8 Mercedes of Sam Neary. Lap after lap of defence. Great attacking from Marcus Clutton. Superb racing. I can't tell you when I've enjoyed such a race as that for many a month. Absolutely superb stuff. And Marcus Clutton are very hard. Who said there's no overtaking in GT racing? Well, Butte Motorsport and the GT Cup Championship are delivering it in shed loads, barrow loads actually. Barrow BMW. Here we go though. Here is the race leader with 39 seconds on the clock. We're going to squeeze, I think, another lap out of it. Marcus Clutton is the race leader, and this will show us his first lap led in this race. You can see immediately behind them the leader of GTC. Let's not forget the other class leaders in this one. It's Glyn Geddy, who took over from his dad Jim at the halfway point of the race. Finds himself a lap down, but still leading class. Has a little bumpy moment there onto the dirt and over the curbs, down through the Craner curves for the last time. The clock, 5 seconds on the clock now. Marcus, what a superb race we've had. You know, not just from Marcus. John Seal set this up for him in the first part of the race, and that is absolutely key to two-driver races. Making a pass now, going past the championship leader, Sam Randon, third position at the moment in GTB. Got the Jensen Lunn, Marcus ahead of him. Tom Barrow still there at the moment in the lead of GTB, and appropriately, the Ruston Whitehouse car is there as well. That's leading GTH as well. They're on for yet another class win, the reigning champions in the McLaren 570. There is Tom Barrow, the number 20 BMW 150. The battle's still on for the lead though as they work their way through the traffic, and Marcus Clutton under massive pressure again from Sam Neary as they climb up towards Goddard's once again. Slightly downhill now into Goddard's. It's that little brow that you get as they come out of the final corner. It is going to be Marcus Clutton who will take the checkered flag and win our second race of the weekend here at Donington. A superb race. Congratulations to John Seal and Marcus Clutton, and also massive congratulations to Richard and Sam Neary on a super drive in the Mercedes. What fantastic entertainment, and that's why we have the invitation drivers coming in, because they can really add something to the mix and take nothing away from the regular drivers, but it is one of the regular pairings that takes the outright win here. So we've still got other places to settle. Glyn Geddy leading GTC, Tom Barrow leading GTB, GTH led by the Ruston Whitehouse McLaren, Alex Stevenson, James Kellett leading GTA, Richard Chamberlain still going in the 935 but dropped down to 17th position. Here is the number 20 car. Tom Barrow is going to win GTB. There he is taking the checkered flag, taking 7th position. Overall, I think I've caught up with all of the class winners who should now have taken the checkered flag, and we'll give you a rundown of the top 20 on this slowing down lap. And well, that was